What's going on, brothers and sisters, friends and family? How are you guys doing? Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are blessed. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week. Hope the week has gone well, and we're always heading to a Shabbat. Shabbat is one of these incredible times that our Creator has given to us. And when you think about the amazing stuff our Creator has given to us, we've been given life. When we think about that, isn't that one of the most incredible things that we have? Not only did He give us life, but He gave us free will. He gave us a functioning mind. We are able to understand. We're able to think. We're able to speak. Think about that. Think about the blessings of speech. How somehow we have this member called the tongue, and somehow with this tongue, we're able to use our lungs and somehow articulate out words. Some sort of vibrations, and these vibrations become words, and these words become things. Everything that our Creator has given to us is a blessing. We need to be very, very thankful to our Creator for His blessings. And there's no way that we can ever even be close to thankful is unless we obey His wishes and His ways, His set forth rulings, His commandments. All of these commandments are amazing. There's not one single commandment of our Creator that if you sit and think about it, isn't absolutely incredible. And the Torah takes care of everything in society. It takes care of everything in our families. It takes care of everything in our diets. It takes care of everything in our understanding of what worship is and what it should be. So we've been given this gift of Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy. And we're thousands of years since our Messiah. We're thousands and thousands of years since creation. But it's been preserved. The hand of our Creator has preserved Scriptures as well as they have for a time such as this, that the people of this plains, the people of this world, are able to have a full index of books. Before us, not only do we have the Torah, but we also have all of the prophets. We have all of the good news of the Besorah. We have all of the letters of Revelation and the letters of John. Incredible scriptures that have been preserved and given the test of time. And the concept from the very beginning is that if we will obey the words of our Creator and write them on our heart, mind, and soul, value them more than anything, if we will do that and we give them value in our life, then our Creator will give us value in His eyes. There's no other place anywhere that ever tells us how we can be in line for the kingdom to come except through Scriptures. It tells us a way forward. It tells us a way of Kodesha, a way that our Creator's people should behave and how we should act according to how our Creator wants us to behave and act. Are we supposed to harm the disabled? Nope. Seems like common sense, right? Yep. But it's a law. There's a statute and a command. And when we carry on with any religion that says the laws of our Creator are gone, they don't mean anything, that Jesus came and died and nailed the law to the cross. Guys, that is blasphemy. That is blasphemy against one of the greatest things that we have been given. I value the Torah as the greatest thing we have ever been given. Life as the second greatest thing we've been given. Because if we were given life without the Torah, then we'd be living in darkness and we wouldn't know the way forward. That's what the Torah means. The Torah means the way forward. It doesn't mean the law. And so as we are reading the words of our Messiah, we're reading it from Yah Scriptures. And Yah Scriptures is what I believe is the greatest English translation of Scriptures has ever been produced. And it is a book that has 103 books. It has most of all of the Apocrypha, if not the greatest parts of all the Apocrypha, completely restored. Instead of the pagan name God and Jesus, it has restored the name to Yahuwah and Yahushua. All our forefathers and foremothers, the names have been restored. The pagan names of the entire scriptures have been pulled out. And this scriptures has been pulled together from multiple versions, and it has been proofed, and it has been gone over and over and over. And it is built with love, and there's been a lot of copies that have gone out. A lot of people are very, very, very happy with this and agree that this is the greatest English translation there is. Now, you don't have to purchase anything, because if you go to YahScriptures.com, it's all there, absolutely free of charge. You can put in Yah Scriptures right here and put a .com. Don't put a space. And under downloads, you will find free versions, the PDF version, the eSword version, the Google app, which we're just about to read, is all free. Everything that we could possibly put out there for free, we put out there. And then what we do is we ask if you guys would like to help us with, which is our main ministry, which is what we dedicate a lot of time to every single day, every single week, which is taking care of the prisoners of the United States of America. And there's a tremendous amount of value in that, because we know through scriptures that people in prison are needed help. That is something, if you want some extra credit in the Shaimayim and the heavens to come, that's the kind of things that it looks for. That this kind of righteousness, this kind of love to these prisoners who are very, very receptive to the laws, statutes, and commandments of our Creator and the faith of Messiah Yahushua. And so if you guys would like to be a part of that and can help us out and want a Yah Scriptures, a 3,153 page book that is, again, probably the greatest resource I have ever seen, probably the greatest. It's one of these things that if you have a hard copy of it and for whatever reason the powers that be shut the internet off or whatever happens, you will always have the full word of our Creator in large print. And that's the big thing about this. It is large print. And so this is a study scriptures. This is something that is for everybody's household table. This is something that will enhance your family if it is read. But if it's just set on the shelf and not read, then there's no value in it. So that's why I encourage everybody to read this. And if you can, please help out with Yah Scriptures. It is I believe it is a valiant ministry. In that we've already seen a tremendous amount of lives change. And there's a lot of people out there reading scriptures. There's a lot of people in the depths of hell right now that are reading scriptures, and a lot of people that are their lives are changed. And so thank you to everybody who has purchased one of these Yah Scriptures. It is because of you all that we have this ability to be able to do this and to be able to bear fruit. So thank you all. Much love. Now, here we are. Book of Khalidi, starting a brand new chapter. This is probably one of my favorite books of all scriptures, because I get a glimpse of my leader. I get a glimpse of my Messiah. I get a glimpse of what salvation looks like. And I hear his words. And so that's very, very important, as I do want to be a follower of Christ. I do want to be a follower of the Mashiach. And so here we are. Yahushua went from there to the house of his mother, for Miriam had a small inheritance. She was a careful woman. For once, when her children were young, having lost a small silver coin, she swept the floor carefully, sifting until she found it. Leaving there, he withdrew to the sea, for Yahushua liked to swim to be among the boats, and be among the boats. Now, while he was there, a great number came from Galilee, from all of Yehuda, and from Jerusalem, some even from beyond Yarden, and from the coast of the western sea, where he was known. Now, I find these things right here extremely fascinating, because we get to see the human side of our friend, of our brother, of our king, of our priest, of our sacrifice. He fulfilled so many different things for us, along with showing us that we can walk this walk and talk this talk. May not do it perfectly. We will all stumble. We will all fall. Every evil thought we have, everything that is not of goodness, we will be judged on, because we're trying to get to the point where we are a different people, to where we walk like our Messiah. So here we have Messiah, and it sounds like he's a swimmer, right? He's hanging out in his dad's creation. And isn't it incredible? Our Creator and his Son were sitting back, and the Son was watching the Father as he splits day from night, as he makes these great signs and these incredible animals. And I've always wondered how many billion years did it take our Creator to come up with the designs for all of the stuff that he has come up with. When we're talking, our Creator is infinite. If you look at the amount of species and things that are out there, it has taken a tremendous amount of time to bring this stuff up and to perfect all these little things. Cats. Have you guys noticed how fast cats and agile they are and how vicious they are with their claws, right? There's no other animal except in the cat family that looks and deals just like these things. They can jump the way these things can jump. It is incredible. We move on to dogs. What else has the kind of scent and can smell like a dog can smell? They can pick up anything from anywhere, and their hearing is out of control. Now you have out here in this world, we have the jungle life that we have, and there's so many different things and bugs. You will get bit by 25 different bugs on any part of the day. You'll end up with welts all the time. You get drive-bys. You have no idea where these things are coming from, but they're all bloodsuckers. You don't know where they come from. You can go out in the jungle, and I don't know if you can ever not find some new species of some kind of flower or what you would call a weed or called jungle turf or called vines. There's just so many of them. So we have a very incredible, intelligent designer. I'm wondering how long Messiah Yahushua was with his dad, how much of this stuff was actually already created before wherever Messiah Yahushua, when he was born in the Shaimaim at whatever point. But when it was Messiah, when creation happened and we were built in our image, when it says our image, let's build them in our image, that's our Creator and his Son that have some sort of same things that we do, right? We're little buildings of their makeup, and it works. It works really, really well. The entire oxygen thing works great, right? Take a deep breath in. The entire carbon dioxide thing, you have all these plants and all these plants out there. They're constantly sucking in the carbon dioxide, popping back out oxygen. It is an incredible system. And now we have Messiah Yahushua, and he's getting to swim in one of his dad's creations. Like water is probably one of the most incredible creations of all thing. You know, the entire design of it, the way the ecosystem works, the way the clouds work, and the way it all happens, it's just incredible. Now you have Messiah out there that's just liking to hang, swimming out there. You got to wonder how much, how much did Messiah have to learn? How much did his dad give him on the way down? Did he have any kind of understanding of how to swim, or is this just, I don't know. There's just so many questions, and this is just such an interesting book. Okay, let's go on to 3. Yahushua bid his followers prepare a small ship as quickly as possible to take him away from the great crowd pressing about him. As he had cured so many who were afflicted, those still uncured tried to touch him, and there was a constant shoving and scuffing to get near. We've talked about this before as we've read through this book. This is Messiah, and this is a superhero that has come amongst the people. This is our Superman. This is the one we've been looking for, and the people see it. People come from all over. He can't even move, and so he has to get a little bit to safer distance, right? A place where he can speak, and a place that he doesn't get thronged and the people run him over. Okay, escaping to the boat, he went with it a short distance to where a path led up a hillside. Climbing this to a small mount, he sat down with his talmidim, which are the disciples. The time for celebrating the great festival was approaching, and Yahushua had sent out many emissaries and heralds. This is the same things that we see in scriptures. We have our Messiah. The people call him Jesus the Christ. So we have Messiah Yahushua, and he is always celebrating the festivals, right? And if you're talking about what festival, we're not talking about Christmas, we're not talking about Easter, we're not talking about Thanksgiving, we're not talking about any kind of festival of any of this kind. He's talking about the appointed times that our Creator says that we should keep. we have Passover, we have Sukkot, we have trumpets, we have a variety of other things that are either festival times or are other times of memory or either sad times. But we are told to keep those appointed times. Now, if our Messiah, Yahushua, Jesus the Christ, had said that he came to nail the law to the cross, well, it doesn't sound like it, right? There's no point at any point in Messiah's life that he discounts the Torah. There's no point he ever once says the laws that his dad had made, that he had made before creation, right? Torah was built before creation. Heaven and earth had not even been, well, I don't know about earth. I do know earth had not been formed, but it was the law, statutes, and commandments, the ones that we're following right now, including Shabbat, were all kept prior to this. This is nothing new. It is the humans that have to make it and keep it. And once we start keeping it, then it's not new for us. Now, continuing on. 5. Seeing that a large crowd had gathered on the hillside, Yahushua stood up and addressed the people, after they were seated, in this manner. This is a night of ignorance, when men wander, lost in the darkness of worldly conditions. I am the light and hope of men. These are the people I support and accept, and this is the message I give to them. For I have come to unsheath the sword of the Ruach among men and to lead them forth to fight the battles of Elohim. The sword is the Ruach, even as the body is the sheath. Let your swords be bright and keen for the fray. Be staunch and resolute, and the rule of Elohim will surely sweep all wickedness and evil, all pain and distress from the face of the earth. Okay, there's a lot to talk about here, and I want to take what Messiah says and let's examine this, right? Messiah starts off and he says, these are the people I support and accept. Okay, this is what we want to hear, right? Because we want to be accepted, especially by Messiah, who's going to be the judge and essentially the advocate for us in the kingdom to come. And so Messiah says that he is here to not fight with his hands, but he's here to unsheath the sword of the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh among men. What is he saying? He's saying, I am here to basically be the emissary of the power of my Father and let it flow among you, right? That spiritual power of the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit, that can move mountains if you have the faith strong enough. Well, that is what he's here to do. And so we're unsheathing a sword, we're pulling it out, whoosh, right? That's what he's doing. So he is basically pulling the power of the hand of the creator of the universe out. And he says the sword is the spirit, even as the body is the sheath, right? So out of a person is coming the power of the Ruach HaKodesh, right? But we're not going to have the power of the Ruach HaKodesh if we are not holy Yah's people, right? If we are not observing the laws, statutes, and commandments, if we don't have the faith of Messiah Yahushua, why would we get the extracurricular power that changes things? That just basically, it's a really crazy thing. Now, continuing on, Messiah says, let your swords be bright and keen for the fray. Okay, he's just talking about the sword is the Ruach HaKodesh. That means we need to be wielding the power of our Creator in a lot of different ways, right? We can wield the power of our Creator simply by sitting with somebody and talking with them and explaining the laws, statutes, and commands, right? We're looking for a Hebrews 8 world. A Hebrews 8 world is the world where your neighbor doesn't need to know the Torah because your neighbor already knows the Torah, right? You wouldn't be like you're sitting here teaching like we're teaching those others out there, because everyone in the Hebrews 8, this is a future generation passage. These people already know Torah, right? We don't live in this world right now. And so we need to wield the power of the Ruach HaKodesh and not be shy. Let's not be those people that are scared to go talk to the waitress who is crying, has tears in her eyes, and you could sit with her and pray. You could talk with her, find out her name, right? Get her number, minister to her, right? There's a million things we can do. We can always take care of the homeless. The homeless are all over. And sometimes you can give the homeless some hugs, right? There's a lot of things that we can do. Continuing on, Messiah says this, I accept the oppressed and dispirited, for they shall inherit glory in the reign of the Ruach. So that sounds decent, right? Our Messiah is talking about those who are owned, basically, right? Oppressed and dispirited. Those who have fought the fight, it's obvious there's some sort of oppression. It's hard to fight the fight, but they're still there, right? That is the thing. We have to keep the faith regardless of the situations that we are in, because we know that devil, the Hasatan, is a roaring lion seeking who he may devour. He hates Torah keepers. If you love the laws, statutes, and commandments of our Creator, then you have a mortal enemy who we don't care, right? He sucks. The devil sucks. This guy is a complete coward. He's a complete loser. He's an oppressor of the people. He's a sucker of the souls. And he's a hater of our Creator. He's a hater of our Creator in so much that he challenges him to get as many souls as possible. And our Creator he's like, our Creator's been around for so long. You could tell by the creations that he's willing to accept this and to accept this fight, right? But he didn't accept the fight against the devil without giving us way out. All the people of our Creator have always had a supernatural protection. From the front of the book to the end of the book, our Creator's always with them. And when he leaves us is when we leave him, right? If we are constantly, diligently seeking commandments, studying the law, statutes, and commandments day after day, trying to bring people to the kingdom, right? This is our job. Our Creator is not down here himself doing this because he doesn't need to. He gave us a set of jobs as soldiers, as people of the kingdom, to spread the word, to love the oppressed, to love the afflicted, to take care of those who are broken. Let's continue on. 8. I accept those who grieve, for they should not be without a comforter. Is it not written, let the words of Yahuwah be an unquenchable light within you, and they will shorten your days of sorrow? How many times do we end up broken and crushed and destroyed because of the conditions that we have put ourselves into or issues around us? And it is these words right here that you can understand the heart, mind, and soul of our Creator, right? Because it always talks about those who are broken and how our Creator looks down. He loves his creation. He wants everybody to pull and to come his way, but most people won't. And so for those of us who will, he's there. And when we're broken, he's there. And that's very comforting because we live in a rugged, wild world, a very emotionless world with people who are willing to ride over everybody, right? It's all about money, money, money. That's all it always is. But it's rare to find those who are in the Torah community who love. And it's very rare to have a parent such as our Creator that is there for us at all times. And all we have to do is fall to our knees. All we have to do is reach out. And it's always a direct line to our Creator. There's never a please hold, right? There's never a, we'll get back to you. Please leave your name at the end of the message, right? It's nothing like that. Our Creator is omnipotent, right? He is there's no way to explain the power, but somehow we are all able to be linked in at the same time. So we choose and carry on a conversation. So we choose, and it's able to be heard. It's able to be represented. It's able to be dealt with, right? Not all the prayers get answered because not all the time is it the will of our Creator. Sometimes we're in a testing period. Sometimes we have to go to the ends of our life and just have problems just to see where our testing is. Guys, but this life is temporary. Everything we have here is temporary. This is what I tell all my brothers and sisters on death row. This is all temporary. We've done some evil, evil, evil things, and we cannot undo them. The day of accounting, standing naked before our Creator, isn't going to go well for any one of us. But what we can do is we can minimize, and hopefully we can get out of a lot of issues. Hopefully we don't have to have everything replayed. Hopefully we can repent. Hopefully the stuff is gone, right? Hopefully it's a new slate. But there's always the day of accounting. And we need to make sure that we have clean thoughts and clean hands and clean hearts. And that we're doing the will of our Creator. All right, guys. I don't want to get too long into this. I've already gotten really long-winded on this, guys. So this is why the book of the Nazarene is super, super exciting. Because it gives us an outlook. It gives us an understanding of the kingdom to come. It gives us an understanding of our king. All right, folks. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Much love to you all. Shalom. Shalom.